San Luis Obispo County, it's pretty big. I don't know the exact square mileage, but it takes me from, it takes about an hour and a half to get from one end to the other just on the freeways. My name's Kevin McLean. My title is a Fire Captain Specialist. My main job is origin and cause investigations on all fires inside San Luis Obispo unit. Structure fires are typically, they can get bigger, but they're usually inside a box. Here, this is our box. You just look at it, a lot of the same. It's just, you just come down, interviews, talking to first arriving engine companies, things like that. Start following the burn patterns. Yes, they are a little different, but you're looking for the same things. Depth of char, angle of char, degree of char, damage differential, things like that when you're looking in. If there's burned on one side and not from the other, like fence posts. If it's burned on one side and not on the other, probably signs of an advancing fire came from the direction of the, My vehicle isn't any different than any other fire investigator's vehicle with the exception of the law enforcement equipment in it. Besides that, I have all the same materials any other investigator would have. Shovels, gloves, evidence bags, magnets, magnifiers, numbers to take evidence, and cameras. While in investigation, we've used both flags and arrows. Flags being yellow for laterals, red for advancing, B for backing, and whites for points of interest such as the origin or evidence, things like that. I also use in conjunction with those arrows to help me and also to help show other people that the way the fire moved. This fire here happened in late June 2015. It's call it the Park Hill Fire, 1,800 acres. I came in, the fire was coming through pretty hard. We started losing structures immediately, and I was assigned a division. The fire started approximately, if you see the green in that canyon, follow this canyon back down and drop down. That's probably where that's Las Plutas Road there, where the origin of the fire was. The fire was coming in the southeast direction. Our goal was to keep it south on Las Plutas Road and to keep it west, the fire west of Park Hill Road. Fire went big, fast, and as soon as the evening came, it died down pretty good. We hit it pretty hard from the air. DC-10 came in, did a couple drops, quite a few drops. Helicopters came from all over. We hit it really, really hard. Luckily for us, just to the west of the fire is Lake Santa Margarita, where the helicopters didn't have too far of a turnaround time. Resources were getting pretty stripped. We had a lot of people out. We had 5 engines from Riverside, which is about 6 hours south of us, come in and help us out. The investigation went pretty smoothly for being what we had going on. The hardest part was the transition. They brought in a management team to help us out with the fire. We had people around those engines that were getting pulled off when we started getting other people from off duty to swap out with them so they can fill the role, help with the management team. The engine company first showed us where the fire was at, and we started following directional indicators such as charring, angle of char, and we were able to put it back to a drainage coming out of across the street from the Las Plutas nursery. From there, I started following macro indicators, which are big ones, trees, angle of char, depth of char. We followed those down until we came to an area, and we got on our hands and knees and looked at micro indicators. Micro indicators would be, this is kind of a larger version of it, but it's a rock, and you'll start seeing some, let's say, heavy staining on one side of charring and nothing on the back side. If it's well rounded, evenly around each side, we can consider that our backing fire, so the fire came, back down from it. We came in, followed those indicators, and we found a piece of carbon from a vehicle. We were able to eliminate all other accidental and natural causes of the fire with the exception of that piece of carbon.